And they're off. Racing for race number 2 is Timbar, is very quickly in the stride. Hot favourite Latenightpass is up there in second as well with Game Over towards the outside, and Bocasien Desbois at the back of the field dived at fence number 1, and the partnership is still intact, and Holly Taylor did well to remain upright in the saddle as they make the long run now towards fence number 2. And making the run towards fence 2 is Timbar, is followed by Dream Over up along the outside of the green at the yellow sleeves. Latenightpass, Gina Andrews in a clear third, and then 3 or 4 lengths further back to find Jess Bedi as they get up and over fence number 2, and again Bocasien Desbois at the back of the field is less than fluid. And again over fence 3, Bocasien Desbois just being a little bit deliberate at the back of the field as the runners all safely up and over fence number 3 make this run left-handed up towards the top end of the track, and now begin to swing left-handed into the back straight and head towards fences 4 and 5. And his Timbar is now being joined by Dream Over out wide. Latenightpass, Gina Andrews content to track the pace in third up along the inside, getting up and over fence number 4. Calypso Storm is towards the outside for Jess Bedi, heading towards the open ditch. And then a couple of lengths back to So Satisfied, maybe it's 3 lengths back to So Satisfied now, and Bocasien Desbois is still at the back of the field as they get up and over fence number 6, fence number 5, and Bocasien Desbois again just dragged his hind legs through fence number 5, the first of their open ditches. So heading now left-handed towards the cross fence for the first time, fence number 6, and just appearing from behind the buildings is Timbar, still leading Dream Over. Towards the inside, Latenightpass, Gina Andrews, who of course was 4th at Cheltenham and then went on to be 2nd at Aintree. Towards the outside of the red with the blue stripes of Calypso Storm, sitting and content to track the pace in 4th. This leading quartet will only be separated by 3 or 4 lengths at very most, So Satisfied is off them back in 5th position, and Bocasien Desbois again very deliberate at the back of the field, and that was possibly Holly Taylor's best sit in the saddle and is still intact, but Bocasien Desbois is going to need to improve his jumping to be getting competitive, and is now 4 or 5 lengths off the leading 5, heading up the hill for the first time towards fences 7, 8 and 9 in the home straight. So turning in is Timbar leading the way, leads narrowly from Dream Over up along the outside in the yellow sleeves. Getting a little bit closer on the outer Calypso Storm for Jess Bedi's coming through to join Latenightpass for 4th. So Satisfied and Bocasien Desbois still at the back of the 6-runner field as the get up and over fence number 7. Bocasien Desbois was better at the back of the field that time. Is Timbar and Dream Over being followed by Latenightpass, Gina Andrews, who's now a couple of lengths off the leading pair, another length and a half back to find Calypso Storm and Jess Bedi. So Satisfied still one from last, and Bocasien Desbois at the back of the 6 runners as they come towards the fence. It'll be their last next time, and his Timbar is opened up by a couple of lengths from Dream Over. Towards the outside, and Calypso Storm getting a little bit closer and has come through to clearly join on the inside Latenightpass. Then 4 lengths back to find So Satisfied, and another 5 to find Bocasien Desbois, the grey, at the back of the field. So heading out with about 1.5 miles left to cover, there are another 9 fences to negotiate, and on the swing and left-handed down the hill towards fence number 10. They'll take fences 10, 11 and 12 in this line. The first of them will come up quite quickly, and then a long run towards fences 11 and 12. Is Timbar leading them down the hill, passing their point of departure by a couple of lengths from Dream Over up along the inside, Latenightpass and Calypso Storm. These 4 have been the leading quartet throughout, making the run towards fence number 10. So Satisfied still in a solo 5th at this stage, and Bocasien Desbois is at the back of the field as he has been throughout, making the run now towards fence number 11. Field getting just a little bit tightly bunched now than they have been in the previous 1.5 miles, and is Timbar leading Dream Over still by 3 lengths from on the inside Latenightpass, Calypso Storm and Jess Bedi towards the outside in 4th. So Satisfied is still 5th, and Bocasien Desbois, the grey, at the back of the field is getting a little bit closer to the leaders as they get up and over the fence going away from us, fence number 12 on this occasion. They're all safely over it, and still the leading 4 are pressing on. They're about 4 or 5 lengths clear clearly now of So Satisfied and Bocasien Desbois. So heading into the back straight, they've got fences 13 and 14 to jump at this section, the final one of the open ditches as well, and now Calypso Storm has come through to inject a little bit of pace into the race, has come through for Jess Bedi on the outside. It is Timbar, the long-time leader, to take first position now, and has gone on by a length and a half from his Timber. Dream Over, Late Night Pass is now relegated back to fourth in the hands of Gina Andrews as they get up and over the final one of the open ditches. Bocasien Desbois has went past So Satisfied at the back of the field as well. So heading now left-handed, they've about 6 furlongs left to cover from this point, and another 4 fences left to jump. They've got the cross fence on the side, and then the 3 in the straight. And on turning to level up to that cross fence, Late Night Pass, Calypso Storm and his Timber are now pressing on. They've gone 4 or 5 lengths clear on turning to face up to 4 out. And now Late Night Pass in the hands of Gina Andrews has come through to join Calypso Storm. His Timber is back in third. Then Dream Over, Bocasien Desbois and So Satisfied at the back of the field. They've got 4.5 furlongs left to cover, 3 to jump. And Late Night Pass and Gina Andrews has now quietly got her way right into contention. She's leading Calypso Storm out of the far side. His Timber is through for a clear third. Bocasien Desbois, to his credit and to Holly Taylor's credit as well, is plugging on and is getting into fourth now. These have gone past Dream Over and at the back of the field So Satisfied. So the 2 leaders are turning in line for the final 3 fences. Late Night Pass on the right for Gina Andrews, on the left Calypso Storm, Jess Bedi. They'll rise up and over 3 out with nothing between the pair, and the better jump perhaps came from Calypso Storm and Jess Bedi on the near side. Late Night Pass has a race on. Now Calypso Storm comes under a little bit more firmly pressured now on this near side for Jess Bedi. 2 out. So Late Night Pass jump on by a length and a half there. Calypso Storm is now under maximum pressure, looking back. Bocasien Desbois has inherited a remote third, then his Timber who's weakening away, and then Dream Over. The final fence for Late Night Pass and Gina Andrews just steadied into it. Calypso Storm's rallying on the far side. Late Night Pass just asked to go and extend on the run for home now by Gina Andrews, and goes on by a length and a half, not doing particularly very much in front, but Late Night Pass will get in the ladies' open beat into second. Calypso Storm through for third. Bocasien Desbois, what a ride from Holly Taylor, and then through for fourth will be Dream Over, and then his Timber, who will be pressed late in the day for the final position, but will hold on to the penultimate position by So Satisfied.